Yes, hello guys and welcome. This is Elliot Splash with F1 2014 Career Mode Part 33. It's the first night race of this season. We're at the Bahrain Grand Prix, and this is going to be quite an interesting race because Ferrari are really struggling at the moment with tyre wear, and this track heavily relies on having nice fresh tyres that can go the distance, so that could cause an issue for us. Also, I do actually quite like this circuit, but I could only qualify in 7th place. I felt the lap was decent, but I was about a second off pole position by Lewis Hamilton. I believe he did a 1:33.3 and I did a 1:34.2. So yeah, I was about a second off the pace. So it's going to be actually quite difficult to score some decent points here. I was very confident about this Grand Prix before I did qualifying, but now I'm not so sure. So this is going to be quite interesting. I hope you stick with this episode all the way through. And yeah, let's get into it. So here we are on the grid for this Bahrain Grand Prix. You got the two Mercs on the front row grid. Fernando Alonso just behind them. Nice qualifying session for him, and we are in 7th place behind Nico Hülkenberg and Sebastian Vettel. So here we are waiting for the 5 lights to go out for this Bahrain Grand Prix. Lights out, away we go, and it looks like we've had a terrible start, a lot of wheel spin, heating up them real tyres like an absolute treat. Now we've put it into Rich Mix 3 and we're going to try and overtake a few cars coming into the first corner, taking a wide turning, and then we cut in to the inside for the next corner, and maybe we'll get Ricciardo on the exit. No, we won't, but the next corner the AI are diabolical at for the first lap, so we're going to try and go down the inside, and it looks like we've got the move done. However, we have run quite wide, so yeah, we've lost a little bit of time to Rosberg. Coming to the end of lap 2 though, we've still got a gap of 1.7 seconds to Rosberg, so we're lapping around about the same pace. I believe he's lapping around about 2/10 faster, but there's not much difference in it at the moment. However, these tyres already don't feel that good. I must admit, I'm definitely losing a little bit of, what would you call it? Oh, I've forgotten. Losing a little bit of grip, that's what I was trying to think of. Now, lap 7, these tyres are absolutely shot. They wanted me to come in on lap 9, but I'm no chance making it to lap 9. I've dropped off the pace dramatically over the last few laps. My best lap was a 1:36.5. I just set a 1:39 dead. So you can tell that I'm really struggling for tyre wear as we put a set of prime tyres on. Not for the first time, I don't think, for this Grand Prix. I've got a feeling we're going to have to do 2 stints on the primes instead of 2 stints on the options. Looks like we've rejoined in 11th place, just behind Valtteri Bottas, I believe. No, behind Sutil. Bottas was already in the pits, so the Williams also struggling with really heavy tyre wear. At the end of that lap though, it looks like a couple of people have come into the pits, and let's see where that brings us out. Vettel's jumped us in the pits. We tried an undercut, but it didn't work, so we've lost a bit of time to Vettel. So that means not Hülkenberg, Ricciardo is through as well. So effectively we're down to, I believe, 6th place, but we might have a chance to overtake Vettel. No, we run wide and we lose the rear end, being a bit too eager on the power, and that's lost us a lot of time to Vettel. The end of the lap though, looks like the gap is around about 1.6 seconds, and we've overtaken a few cars in the pits, and yeah, we're down to 6th place with Ricciardo and Vettel in front, as we lose the rear once more. Just being too eager with the throttle, it's definitely costing us a little bit of time and causing a bit more tyre wear than we actually need. We don't need to help the tyre wear come into play. Lap 17, Vettel's pulled the gap to 14 seconds, and Alonso started catching up to us. He's only around about 4.5 seconds behind. These tyres are absolutely shot. They've only lasted 10 laps. That's absolutely mental. So we're going to have to come into the pits again, put another set of primes, and hopefully make these tyres last for 11 laps. We've got to do some rigorous fuel saving as well, because I believe we're 2 laps down on fuel, because we spent the whole first stint on Rich Mix 3. Lap 20 now, we're just behind Kvyat, and I believe now it's time for everybody else to come into the pits. So it looks like we're going to be jumping a few cars in the pits. There's our teammate. We've overtaken our teammate, so we're now back into 6th place. We're behind Perez, but I believe Perez needs to pit on the next lap. So we should be into 5th place, which is quite decent. I believe the only 2 teams that are in front of us are Red Bull and Mercedes. Yeah, on lap 21, well, at the end of lap 21, Perez has come into the pits, but Alonso has already caught up to us. He's on the option tyres. Somehow he's making those tyres last on that Ferrari. Yeah, I think that's traction control aids that the AI have that makes it driving a lot easier. And I need the tyre wear upgrade so soon. I cannot challenge for anything as Alonso is right on the back of us. Can he overtake us? I don't think he's got enough speed through this section to overtake us. We're in lean mix at the moment, and I believe he's in rich mix 3, so we're going to have good exits out of all the corners. Lap 24, it's telling me to come into the pits again, but we're not going to do that. We're not going into the pits for just another 4 laps. Come on, Codys. But yeah, we've got Alonso and Hulkenberg behind us now, and Vettel's pulled the gap to 21 seconds. The Mercedes and the Red Bulls in a totally different league for this race. They're in a league of their own. But we've got Alonso once more on lap 25 trying to overtake us, but he decides against it and backs out of it. And we just clipped that apex nicely. We've still got -1 lap of fuel. Lap 26 now, or lap 27 even. They're still trying to overtake us, but I believe they're squabbling between each other because Hulkenberg has overtaken Alonso. So they're sort of having to do defensive driving between themselves, so that may help us stay in 5th position if they've got to fight over positions as well. However, Hulkenberg has had a really nice exit out of that last corner, so he may try and overtake us, but he doesn't have enough power to catch us. Now, coming into the middle of the lap though, this is probably his best chance to overtake us all race. He's got DRS on us, he's pulled over to the inside line, and he backs out of it once more. The AI really do not want to go for these overtaking manoeuvres at all. So we're still in 5th place, we've got 1 and a bit laps to go, so we should be fine. And yet, here we are, lap 29, about to finish the race, and we finish in a solid 5th place. So that's 10 points on the board, finishing in 5th place. That's quite decent considering we had to do a lot of tyre management and fuel saving through the race. Just about beating our teammate Alonso, who unfortunately finished in 7th place. He couldn't re-overtake Nico Hulkenberg, but that's a good position for Nico Hulkenberg, and you can see there Nico Rosberg winning the Grand Prix, Lewis Hamilton in 2nd, with Daniel Ricciardo in 3rd and Sebastian Vettel in 4th. So we have got 35 points, with 33 points behind Lewis Hamilton, and hopefully when this tyre issue is resolved, we shall be able to challenge for some race wins. This is Elliot Splash signing out. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.